to pick it up if you immediately said, hey, let the insurance company offer whatever. But here's the thing. The people that have insurance through Obamacare right now, the deductibles are so high, even if they've been given a subsidy to pay for it, the deductibles are so high they can't use it.
No.
So they may have insurance coverage, but they have no health care.
And the other thing, to me, this is just like welfare. I would say you give, the government keeps these people on for 3 months or 6 months and says, this is it, we're ending it. By that time, the insurance companies would be sending them something saying, look, we'll sign you up for this, this, and this, because the insurance companies aren't going to be getting their big money from the government anymore. They're going to have to go out and earn it like we do.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, like with welfare, to me, there's enough jobs around now. The economy is much better. You people 3 months who actually don't need welfare and tell them, look, you're cut off. I guarantee you they'd go find a job. They'd do something to eat and to pay their bills. And because otherwise, if this stuff doesn't happen, what really have we gained other than, with Gorsuch getting in, hopefully, some of the social issues will get changed, which is important to me. But, I mean, to me, we need to keep striving to get government out of every area of our life.
Yeah.
Except protection,
Absolutely. Well, great call, Dave. I appreciate it, man. Good points.
Interestingly enough, you know what you didn't hear from the Republicans? You didn't hear, let's give health care and all of that stuff back to the state, which is completely a conservative idea and thought process, right? Let the states take care of their poor. Let the states take care of their sick. They have a more intimate relationship with their constituents than the federal government could ever have. But we didn't hear any of that. We didn't hear anything really conservative coming out of our conservative base in Washington. Yeah. But again, this goes back to what I've been saying. We need to make the real movement. The words aren't enough. We need to drain the swamp, and we need to turn that into a movement and literally drain it.
Yeah, and it's going to take, the Senate going to the nuclear option is what it should have been, because this whole health care issue could have been fixed, right? You could have given the bill that we really needed and wanted, except you were too scared to go nuclear in the Senate and wait. So that's where we have to stop. It needs to stop right there. Now, let's move on real quick while we still have time. Chuck Schumer. All right. Obstructionist Chuck is now going after Gorsuch, who was the most probably highly qualified guy. Is he conservative? Yes, but we're replacing a conservative judge. So he shouldn't be saying anything. But this is what he said. You got track 3 there, Derek? Go ahead and listen to Obstructionist Chuck.
After careful deliberation, I have concluded that I cannot support Judge Neil Gorsuch's nomination to the Supreme Court. His nomination will have a cloture vote. He will have to earn 60 votes for confirmation. My vote will be no, and I urge my colleagues to do the same. To my Republican friends who think that if Judge Gorsuch fails to reach 60 votes, we ought to change the rules, I say if this nominee cannot earn 60 votes, a bar met by each of President Obama's nominees and George Bush's last 2 nominees, the answer isn't to change the rules. It's to change the nominee.
Yeah, well, you know what,
This morning I'd like to lay out the reasons why I'll be voting no on this nomination.
Piece of garbage and hypocrite that he is. This man is pure political scum.
When you couldn't have been more happy to get rid of Harry Reid, in comes Schumer to wreck your day even more, right?
Chucky the Clown. Gee, this guy is pure political scum. He is using every excuse to keep Trump from being effective as a president.
I like he needs 60 votes. Well, we shouldn't be changing the rules. Well, what did you guys do? What did you guys do with all the cabinet nominees for Obama? You changed the rules. You changed it to fit your narrative.
Yeah.
But now, no, that's bad. We can't do that. We shouldn't be doing that.
Well, let's listen to what Lindsey Graham, who you and I normally have nothing good to say about Republican
nothing
Lindsey
at all.
Graham
This time
either.
I do, though.
This time, Lindsey Graham happens to be on the right side. Derek, you got track 4 ready?
It's about time.
Go ahead and play that.
President Trump made a home run selection. Senator Schumer has become, I think, a destructive force for the United States Senate a long time ago when he filibustered Bush's nominations. This is about the left taking over the Democratic Party. This is why Trump won. This man is as mainstream a judge as you'll ever find on the conservative side. We could not have picked a more qualified nominee as a Republican. Senator Schumer and his friends are trying to set aside the election. I voted for Obama nominees because I think they're qualified. The Democrats changed the rules in 2013 to jam the circuit court with a bunch of Obama nominees, disallowing Republicans to have any input. If they filibuster this man, we will have no other option but to change the rules, because if we don't, that means that President Trump can never make a selection to the Supreme Court, and I will not allow that to happen.
All right, this is what the minority leader says about Judge Gorsuch. He is not a neutral legal mind, but someone with a deep-seated conservative ideology.
All right, that's good, Derek. So Lindsey Graham hit it right on the head.
Oh, absolutely.
He is nothing but a destructive force in Washington. He's doing everything he can to stop the advance and getting things done. Chuck Schumer needs to just go away. And here's the problem, Michigan. You have a chance in 2018 to get rid of Debbie Stabenow as our U.S. Senator, because Debbie is going to also vote no on Gorsuch. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Call Debbie's office and say, you better vote yes, or you're done in 2018, lady. That's what people need to do. Start calling Debbie Stabenow right now and say, in 2018, we will ensure that we will actively campaign against you if you vote no on Gorsuch.
I'm personally going to vote for Kid Rock. I know he's going to run in my heart. I feel like he is. So personally, Kid Rock, if you're listening, you need to put your hat in the ring and run, because I know that you'll beat her hands down easily. Now, let's be really honest about this. The Democrats have no interest in doing anything for America, period. Their sole focus is to try to find what they can and impeach Trump. They want to impede Trump in every way, shape, and form, because they don't believe he's a legitimate president. They know he is, but they don't want you to believe it. They don't want their snowflake base to believe it. So they're going to continue to just keep fighting against Trump.
Yeah.
At all costs. And this is just more of a result of that.
Right.
And they're not thinking of the real implications here. If you have to go the nuclear option to get this passed, you might as well never hold another Supreme Court nominee hearing again.
Yeah.
Because the party in control is going to get the pick they want.
Yep. Let's take a call from Todd, Whitmore Lake, wants to talk about Great Lakes funding. Go ahead, Todd. How are you?
Hey, good. Thanks for calling or taking my call. Hey, this is homework for all the listeners, just to look into this about what happened with the Great Lakes funding and why potentially this recipe is going to take those funds out of the federal hands. Take a look at how much money Rick Jennifer Snyder used to, and yes, folks, look up the name of that golf course he rehabbed for $700,000.
I'm so glad you brought that up. Yes,
so everybody
exactly.
do your homework, because the money that was given to us wasn't appropriately used. Rick Jennifer Snyder misappropriated those funds.
Yeah, great point, Todd. Well, that's the end of the show. Thanks, Todd. I'm glad you brought that up. Take care. All right, until next week. The show's already gone. That's the end of that. Hour just disappears.
Yeah, it went by quick.
Yeah. All right, until next week, go to thedailydrift.com, get the news that you need to know, and share it around on Facebook. And get active, folks. 2018 is right around the corner. Get active. Take care.